In this video, you're gonna see me on a phone call with Tanisha Epps, one of my students, working out a deal that somebody else locked up. Make a comment down below of what you want me to specifically break down about the deal that I'm talking about, so that Jesus can tell me what videos to make next week and the week thereafter to fill in the blanks and make sure you understand exactly what we just did on this upcoming phone call. What's amazing about real estate is you don't need to be the person that finds all the deals. Sometimes people just bring deals to you.
Hey, Faith.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. Hey, I've got you on speakerphone with other people around, so no jokes.
I got you.
So you've got a deal, and it came from Christina.
Yes.
What is my cash requirement, and what's my cash flow?
All right, so the cash requirement without the assignment fee is under $10,000.
Oh my gosh. Is this a triplex?
It's the triplex that she's been talking, yeah.
She has it under contract with Harry Marsh?
She has it under contract. When she told me Harry Marsh, I'm like, oh, Pace uses Harry Marsh.
Okay, so the cash to the seller is 10 grand.
No, the cash to the seller is $0.
Okay, the cash to the seller is $0.
Mm-hmm.
Then my closing costs, and then is there renovation involved?
She said that it's probably she said 1, so I said 2,000 max just to kind of clean it up. There are tenants in there right now.
Okay, is this the 0 down, 0% interest deal?
It's 0 down, 0% interest to the seller. It's a SubTo taking over a loan though.
Got it. So what's my payment?
The payment on the loan, the PITI, is $1,569.23.
Okay, and then the rents?
The rents right now total $2,270.
Okay.
But it could be raised.
Got it.
And 2 of the tenants' leases expire next month.
Okay, so let's do this. I want to know what is my assignment fee to Christina and what's my payment to you?
Okay, so Christina, this is where this conversation went super long.
Okay.
She wanted, her ultimate would be to have an equity percentage in this one where she could still get cash flow. So she wanted $10K as an assignment fee and then 10% equity. And so I asked her a ton of scenarios, like what if he says no? What if he says no? What if he says no?
Yeah.
Because first she wanted to try to wrap it to you, and I'm like, that answer is a flat no.
Yeah, flat no.
I was like, he's not doing that. I'm gonna just tell you that right now.
Yeah.
So so that was her ultimate, if she can get an equity percentage on it. If not, then I said, hey, would you do like, maybe he gave you $20K and no equity? And she said, well, I could potentially do that. Or I said, would you take $5K and 10% equity? So she's not 100% sure what she wants on the deal, except she wants to try to stay in it if she can. That's her ultimate goal.
Okay, if she has 10% of equity, what is her participation, right? So like
she's not there and she doesn't want to manage it.
Okay, well then that's where the problem comes from. So like Steve Crawford that I partner with in Yuma, I keep him involved in my deals because he's boots on the ground, right? And so he can deal with stuff.
I brought him up as an example, and I said the only reason he's in that deal is because he's actually like managing the property on the ground. That's why he's still in the deal. So
okay.
I literally said that to her. I'm like, but you're not there. You don't even like Fayetteville, and you don't want to be in the area. So again, if he says no on the equity percentage, what is it that you want? Because honestly, like, she needs some cash. She's got another deal, but she's keeping that one, which is probably smart. But that's her thing, is she wanted an equity percentage. And I said, well, he may or may not say that, because I brought up Steve as an example. You're not adding anything to it.
What do you want for a fee?
I'm just happy to bring you a deal, to be honest.
No, come on. You know I'm not going to let that happen.
Yeah, I know.
So here's what I would do. I'm gonna throw out to her. I would like to pay you something for bringing the deal to me. Let's say $5,000. I would prefer she gets paid 15 grand assignment, no equity.
Okay.
Because the reality is I've got to go find somebody that's local to Fayetteville because I'm acquiring in Fayetteville now. So I would need to find someone local in Fayetteville and have them help me manage these types of things. So probably another student in Fayetteville, which we have a few. And I would probably have to give them some sort of equity to keep them interested in the deal rather than just some management fee.
Yeah.
So I've got to reserve that for somebody else. And for something that, I'm gonna have tenants move out here in 2 months or whatever it is, that poses a problem for somebody as busy as I am. So I would need a partner that's boots on the ground in the area that's willing to do the work. The equity play is just out of the question. So I would go back to her and say, hey, here's why, here's what's going on. He wants to acquire more in Fayetteville, but he's got to have people that are boots on the ground there. If you want equity and deals with Pace, then find a deal in an area that you can drive to in less than 30 minutes. You know what I'm saying? So like she lives in North Carolina, right?
She's in Charleston, South Carolina.
Okay, so have her find me deals in Charleston. So what I would tell her to do is say, go help in Charleston. Pace will buy deals in Charleston and let you be an equity partner in those deals, but you've got to be participating in them long term. Steve Crawford, for example, if he texts me and he says, hey, I got a problem, I'm like, wow, that's really unfortunate for you. Let me know what happens when you solve the problem. Right? Like he has a problem on a property that we own together, but because he's equity partner and boots on the ground, I'm like, bro, you can't reach out to me. I'm not the solution provider to those problems. For that continued appreciation and a portion of the depreciation, a portion of the cash flow, that's your participation in the deal. You need to be boots on the ground.
Agreed. I
So
can say that.
What I would do is go to her and say, Pace wants to do 15 grand to you, no equity. He's got to reserve the equity for somebody else that can be boots on the ground.
And she won't do it. So I already know that.
Yeah, and I can understand why she wouldn't either. And then tell her Pace wants to do more deals with you, but he would prefer you to buy them and get deals in Charleston. He'll reserve capital every month for you to buy a deal in Charleston every single month.
I love it. I told you I'm trying to find you stuff.
I know. So are you okay if I pay you $5 grand for the deal if you can get it done?
Yeah. Okay. I mean that's fine.
You went from I don't want anything to now that's fine on $5 grand?
Because if I say no, you're still going to keep pushing it. I already know you. So what I would really like to do is just start having people call on some lists in your areas so I can bring you some deals. That's what
I want to pay you on anything you bring me. So let's get you paid on this and we'll do the other stuff as well.
Okay.
It's not one or the other with you. It's both.
Oh gosh.
Let me know how it shakes out. Here's the real reason why I'm pushing, like I don't want to pay 20 grand. I've got another deal coming to me in Florida that's like a 7-unit deal for like 10% down, 3% interest that's cash flowing like thousands of dollars a month. And I take the cash flow from my existing rentals and my existing mobile homes and Airbnbs, and then I reinvest that into deals the following month, right? I don't need private capital at this point because I'm utilizing the cash flow to buy more deals. If I buy her deal and the $1.5 million deal, and I've got 2 other deals I'm looking at to close in December, I'll be completely tapped out of money until January. So that just to let her know, like Pace is already committed to other deals. So unfortunately, he only can do 15 grand, no equity, and then tell you that he'll put money monthly to the side just to buy deals with you in Charleston. And I'll let you continue to run point with her just so I don't have to talk to 100 different people a day. I could just talk to 1 or 2, you know?
That's what I'm trying to do.
And I appreciate that.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. I will call her right now, and I'll be in Arizona tomorrow.
So guys, if you've ever wondered, how do I get into real estate? Here's a handful of ways to get started. Number 1, go to our free Creative Finance Facebook group. The name of that Facebook group is facebook.com/groups/Creative Finance with Pace Morby. Very long name. The longer the name, the more value you get from these Facebook groups. That's what I've learned. So a lot of value, a lot of amazing people. My students, in fact, Tanisha, Christina, thousands of my students are in that Facebook group for free, there to help you along the way. Another place you can go is you can go to SubTo.com if you want to join a mentorship where you can work with me just like my students work with me. We can collab and hang out and do deals together. Amazing, amazing stuff in SubTo.com. And if nothing else, make sure you subscribe to the channel. See you on the next video.